Welcome to Spotlight Sioux Falls, where culture meets commerce and the people behind our favorite places get the mic.
We're your hosts, Melissa Goodwin and Steve Schmidt, and we're sitting down with the makers, doers, and dreamers shaping the soul of our city.
From storefronts to side hustles, tattoos to tech startups, we are telling the stories that make Sioux Falls shine.
Because behind every business is a human story, and those stories, they're what make our community feel like home. This is Spotlight Sioux Falls.
Welcome. I'm Steve Schmidt with Spotlight Sioux Falls.
I'm Melissa Goodwin.
And today we are with Alex Johnson, owner of Advanced Laser Restoration. Alex, what does Advanced Laser Restoration do? You're pretty busy, and when we walked up, it looked pretty damn cool.
So I'm a mobile laser cleaning business. We strip corrosion off of a wide variety of substrates.
Corrosion is a big word. Can we talk about
a wide variety
rust?
of substrates too?
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
I want to go back to how you started the business, because a lot of people, I mean, we're joking here, like we never saw ourselves doing this.
Yeah.
How did you catch interest in doing this work? Because you own this franchise in Sioux Falls, and you're busy really building up the market. You're doing a great job.
Correct. My background is woodworking, and I saw videos of lasers stripping finishes, and there are no laser cleaning businesses close, and they're few and far between.
Yep.
You know, when you see something like that, that's an opportunity. So I jumped in.
It definitely looks cool. So there's obviously you said a wide variety of substrates, which I got a kick out of that. So tell me about some of the substrates, rust and corrosion specifically. How does laser cleaning work with rust? Like, can you use it on cars? Car parts?
Laser cleaning uses a process called ablation.
Okay.
And I'm using a pulse laser, so it's firing, like in that video of me working on the chair that was set at 250 nanoseconds.
Okay.
There's a billion nanoseconds in a second.
Okay.
So that pulse energy, that light, is on for 250 billionths of a second.
Man.
On and off, on and off, on and off. And it's like, so it's all about light and light absorption and energy absorption. So contaminants absorb all of that energy.
Yeah.
That process causes it to release, vaporize, turn dust, whatever, and leaves the substrate.
What's
unharmed.
so cool is it seems like, you know, think about like antique furniture. You said it can work on rust, metal, car parts. What about like the furniture I got from grandma or 2 centuries ago? Is
Absolutely.
2 centuries? Where are you getting your furniture from?
Yeah, you're right. I guess I would have to come on the Mayflower
Off a boat.
or something. I don't know. Making stuff
I've got a
up here.
trunk that came off a boat.
Did you use your laser cleaner on it?
No, I don't want. It doesn't have a finish on it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Otherwise I would. But no, woodworking's my specialty. That's what I like to do the most. So yeah, stripping everything from cabinets, base, trim, architectural, millwork, doors. Exterior doors are very popular. And I get a lot of furniture. But yeah, it's a super delicate process. It doesn't damage anything. I often refer to it as a factory reset.
Yeah.
So,
A/B, test, whatever Nintendo was.
Yeah.
You reset and the game starts working. And when we walked up, it not only works, I mean, you can smell, there's a little smell, of course, because you're expelling the chemicals or whatever you're getting off there. And you got ventilation in place. So you got the safety set up for everything to work and flow. This isn't cheap. This looks like something the flux capacitor over here, the actual laser.
yeah.
But going back to woodworking, like that's a very specific use of that.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that you found something. A lot of people go, well, how do I make money woodworking? Like, I don't want to fix cabinets. You're like, well, I want to do this. And I think that's awesome. Now you get to drive around and you don't have to sit here all day. Talk to me about that, because Melissa talked about baseboards earlier, and you wouldn't want to go into someone's house because of all this having to go in there, sealing everything off. You can bring it here. They don't have to have this going on there. You get to work here.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Can you go any house, anywhere, 45-mile radius? And what are you usually picking up from people?
This is, I can, if I have to go to somebody's house and do it in-house, that's fine. And, I take every step needed to contain everything that I'm doing, and you'll never know I was there when I leave. We utilize all HEPA filters, negative air pressure rooms, and then clean up after ourselves.
Negative air pressure room, that's highly technical.
Yeah, I mean, you build a wall out of plastic and poles,
Yeah.
and then create a negative pressure in that space
Yeah.
So
That's
everything
wild.
gets sucked in, nothing
The amount
goes
of
out.
care you're putting into it. There's a lot of safety and a lot of observation of safety in this industry, right?
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
Sounds a lot better than, I mean, I remember when I was younger, the whole shabby chic thing was cool. You'd probably still, you'd buy old furniture, try to redo it, and it was such a sloppy mess. And you have chemicals, and you're slopping it all over. I don't even know what I was into, and then it eats away at the floor while meanwhile you're scraping it off.
It's on the bottom of your shoes.
Yeah,
and
it's super gross
all
and
over
probably
your wood
really
floors.
dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. It's a game-changing technology, and
Yeah.
it's rewriting the way people refinish and restore things.
Let's see, you get a call from my mom, and she has her mother's cabinetry, and she has held on to that. It's an heirloom, but she also knows it needs to get repaired. She does not want this thing to get messed up. Is that something you're like saying, trust me, I guarantee it, or I can't guarantee anything, but is it the laser that makes it possible to say, yeah, we should be fine? I should be able to take care of that, no problem.
Yeah. To start, I'd collect as much information over the phone and then go do a free assessment. Yeah, and then we'd just find out what the customer wants,
Yeah.
what their end goal is, and figure out how to get there.
What if they don't know? What if they say, I want to refinish it? Do you refinish it too?
I do.
Okay.
Yep, yep.
Talk about that.
Strip like a typical exterior door.
Yeah.
I can strip and refinish in about an 8 to 10 hour day, start to finish.
Leave for work, come
Any
back.
kind of door or just
Yeah.
any material?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. In this case, I'm specifically talking about like a hardwood exterior door that
Okay.
Yeah.
don't last very long in this climate. But
Right.
What about a barn? Have you ever done a barn?
I haven't done a barn, but I did get a call the other day to do some very large barn doors,
That's
or at least
cool.
come
Steve's
take a look
obsessed
at them.
with farming.
Well,
so-
you said door, any door, and I thought, well, barn door's pretty big, but
Yeah.
that's one place where a lot of people are restoring things now and trying to,
Yeah.
update them for a hobby farm or whatever. So I can see you doing a lot of that in
Yeah,
the future.
we've done log cabins too.
That's cool.
Oh,
A lot
cool.
of interior log cabin
Yep.
stuff. People don't want them
Especially
stained.
getting the mold out, right? So maybe log cabin's a bad example of mold. Can we talk about mold for a second? Because everybody hates mold. It's usually in dark crevices and places that aren't great, and no one wants to clean it because now you're going to be in mold. But you can come in with the laser, eliminate that, and those mold toxins are all clean through your system. So there's not a lot to worry about. That seems like a winning situation to me.
It is. So the laser, yeah, like I said, all that, it's high energy. So whatever the light touches is
Yep.
going to kill. If it's, small microbes like
Yeah.
funguses and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it, gets contained and air scrubbed and
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
But
really
it
cool.
is a surface level.
Of course, it's not going to go into the
remediation.
wood or
So
if
if it's
someone
high-
floods
it's
their
a-
basement.
Yeah. If it's a high level mold situation that requires removal,
That's a different thing.
yeah.
So thinking about like historic or older homes or historic buildings, can you clean those kinds of surfaces as well?
Yes. I actually did work for an award-winning historic preservation architect out of Chicago.
Wow.
And restored a 200-year-old Brunswick bar that he
Wow.
purchased. It had probably a 16-inch thick coating on it of,
Dang.
Life?
smoke, wax, life,
Yeah.
bar life.
Yeah.
16 inches.
16th of an inch.
Oh my God. I was
16
16
inches would
inches
be
is
next
some
level.
serious partying.
But it was
Sounds
a
like your 20s.
thick coating. And
Yeah.
yeah, all the plastered decorations on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stripped it down and he was more than thrilled.
Oh man. I think of wood floor. If you had a big wood floor and it's nicked up, a lot of people have floors that are beautiful but really kind of damaged. They go, well, I got to replace my floor. Is this a good option for that?
It depends on what you're going for.
Okay.
If you have, really old wood floors and you appreciate the character and charm of those old wood floors and you really are just looking for stain removal or something along those lines,
Yeah.
the laser can do it. But
Yeah.
if you're looking for sanded, brand new looking floors,
Yes. Different.
different.
Yeah. So the woodworker in you chose this over that, though, right? Because this is it more intriguing? Is it just the ability to get and do things that no one knows is possible?
I was intrigued because it's one of the largest pain points as a woodworker is refinishing.
yeah.
The stripping process
Solving
is
a problem
a
on your own.
nightmare
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about that. Like, why is it such a nightmare?
because it takes hours and
Yeah.
hours and hours. It takes when you sand typical refinisher a refinishing process, stripping the old finish off. You know, you're gonna either use methyl chlorides to strip it. That's a
Yeah, methyl
huge,
chloride sounds not good.
yeah, it's a huge mess.
Yeah.
You lay it on,
Wait.
wait.
Yep.
If it dries, you got to do it again.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's
and
like
then,
the goopy stuff that sits on there that you see people on Instagram like scraping off.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and then you have to neutralize it before you reapply the finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if that's not done properly, you're, refinishing over
Yeah.
corrosives
painful.
that dissolve finish.
So then it looks terrible and like the finish looks weird, right? Because you've got like a stripper and then you put something on top of the stripper, right?
Yep.
And it just looks bad. So you're waiting days
Yeah,
instead of like seconds.
Yeah.
yeah, and then and then if you go the sanding route, there are a lot of sanders that claim that they're great for profiles, and it's basically a sponge pad. But
Yeah.
you put an abrasive on an edge, you're going to round it over, regardless of
Sure.
how soft your pad is,
Yeah.
or if you're getting in the nooks and crannies. It doesn't mitigate the fact that you're going to alter the profile.
Speaking of altering profile, Melissa, we were talking about graffiti
Yeah.
and how some of it's really cool and some of it's just kind of everywhere and all over. What was the question you were asking about graffiti?
Yeah. So can you? I'm assuming you could remove graffiti.
Yeah.
That it does that. So
Yeah.
how is it different? Like, what do people traditionally do to remove graffiti? What do people do around town?
Paint over it, right?
Paint over
That's
it
it?
with
Terrible. Almost
with
as
any
bad.
shade of gray.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Yeah, no, I've noticed a lot of graffiti in town getting painted over with, if it's a red brick, they'll pick any shade of red to cover it.
Yep.
Basically graffiti over graffiti.
Yep.
Right.
But yeah, no, this process would eliminate the graffiti and, bring it back to where it was without damaging
What a beautiful process,
tone
too. You're preserving
of
things
what
instead
you're
of just
cleaning. Yeah.
making it go away. Paul Tennaken, if you're listening, you got to have Alex and Advanced Laser Restoration come and help clean up the city because we love what you're doing with a lot of the graffiti walls.
Keep the good stuff.
Keep
Yeah,
the good
keep
stuff.
the good stuff.
Yeah.
The art's fine. I
Let
like
us select
I like
what's good
the
and
art
bad.
stuff.
We're your graffiti
Let's
committee.
get rid of the scribbles.
That's
Hell yeah.
right.
Yeah, there we go. We're all about that. And I think when I think about your job in preservation, I think a lot of people would not know that you exist. It's a problem a lot of business owners have.
Yeah.
How are you getting business today? Is it driving this awesome
Amazing
flipped
green
up
truck.
G-Wagon with 4x4 wheels on it? Because that's a
G-Wagon. It's
Mercedes
not a
runner, right?
G-Wagon.
You turned that into a
Yeah.
whole operation.
Mercedes Sprinter all-wheel
Sprinter
drive.
van.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, I love driving that around. It's bright and stands out, so that's good
Yeah.
advertisement. I get a handful of calls with that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's mostly social media videos, people seeing
Yeah.
stuff online, and it sparks their
Yeah.
interest. Does that exist around here?
Right.
And then, I'm the only laser cleaning company in our area.
Yeah. I tried to
So-
explain it. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm curious what goes into the training for that. So obviously you're a woodworker. You've
Mm-hmm.
got training and technique that you learned in woodwork. You went to woodworking school.
I did
Is that
fine.
right?
I took some fine woodworking
Colorado?
classes in Colorado. Yep.
Yeah. So how do you learn? Because I can't imagine anyone who just picks up a laser and does what you do. So tell us a little bit about the training you have and the tools that you have. Then what that makes, how that's unique.
Yeah. So it's a class 4 laser. It's
Which means
extreme.
what?
Yeah.
Not for
It's not a
kids?
laser pointer. Yeah.
So what kind of training do you need for a class 4 laser?
So you go through. It's called a laser safety operator (LSO).
Okay.
You go through the ANSI certification course.
Yep.
You do OSHA training, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But yeah,
Well,
it's a-
you're dealing with, like Melissa said, you're dealing with something pretty serious. Or I mean, someone just picks it up, uses it, they're not going to know. And someone could start a business and say, oh, I do this too. They have to have training. And I love that about you. You're continually training for yourself. And also your company sounds like it does a really good job of keeping you up to date with not only what you want to maybe be curious about, but like the standards of how you do business.
Yeah.
Which I love that.
Yeah. And these lasers, they produce non-infrared radiation, and that passes through all articles of clothing and materials that's not designed to absorb that frequency.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we utilize barriers specific for laser cleaning. So if we're in public or somewhere where there's people around, we'll set up basically a tent around us
Smart.
to maintain, safe environment for everybody.
You have a woodworking background. You know a lot about, you said substrates. I keep focusing on that, but you know a lot about how the laser interacts with different woods. And maybe somebody who just were to pick up a laser who doesn't know all of that background might do damage or might do something a little wild, but
Yeah.
you know all the different, techniques and materials and what to use when. How do you plan to grow your business? So obviously your business is newer here in Sioux Falls. Where do you want to land?
Well, the technology does evolve fast. And so, there's more advanced lasers coming out, more powerful lasers coming out, smaller packages. Not too long ago, you wanted a 500 watt laser, it would have to be water cooled. And that's that big one back there. It's a 2000 watt continuous laser, but it's water cooled and it's 400 pounds. So as things evolve, you get air cooled, and the more powerful laser, the more faster you can do things, tackle tougher projects. So in the near future, I'm looking at upgrading two lasers, 500 and 1000 watt.
Okay.
And I think I should be able to tackle just about anything with those. And then as far as, growth, I've considered employment, or employing people, but we also partnered with a company called ALR Robotics.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So it's a robot arm. They created a package for us
That's cool.
specifically for the laser.
Cool.
So technically, I could set up a robot in here cleaning doors while I'm cleaning something else.
That probably makes a lot of people excited to think of that, but it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It's a ton of work. Now you're also a dad, right?
Yeah.
How
Three
many kids?
kids.
3 kids.
Three.
That's well, you're doing it probably for them as much as yourself, and
Yeah.
this is like you're building your future, their future. Does that feel more like a gift to you, or like a weight of responsibility? Because I think for people, they can both be great things.
I say both.
Both, yeah. On
I mean,
any
it's
given day.
a driver
Yeah.
for sure, regardless of what that driving motivation is.
What's one song, and I'm gonna hand it over to Melissa as we wrap up. This has been great. I'm gonna go grab that laser.
I know. I feel like I
just wanna grab it
need
so
all
bad.
kinds of things done.
What's a song if we walked into your car right now that you would
Ooh.
have on?
I like this.
Doesn't have to be this song, that song. Just it's like any given day. What's gonna be on your radio?
It would be probably Butthole Surfers radio on Pandora.
Okay.
Nice.
But
Butthole
like that
Surfers, yeah. Well, if you really want to feel 48 years old, say Butthole Surfers on a podcast. This podcast. It's the Butthole Surfers.
Oh boy, say it again, Steve.
That's okay. We're good.
So I
love
have
it.
one last question for you. So you could probably do this work anywhere. You're mobile. You could land anywhere you want to be. Why did you land here in Sioux Falls, and what do you love about Sioux Falls?
So my family's from here, or they're not from here, but we settled here because of work. My grandpa moved here, and it's where I grew up.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed growing up here as a kid. I've got kids. My first daughter was born. That's why I came back to be just around family.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good community.
You're making it better.
It's a good place to be. Yeah.
It is a good place to be.
So if you have needs around, you've got corrosion, you've got rust, you've got car parts, you've got baseboards, you've got antiques, you can give Alex a
Maybe
call.
you just haven't taken a shower in a few days.
I don't know
Probably
about
not the
that.
solution for me.
We do grout.
Yeah, there's probably easier ways
There
to
we go.
clean
Okay,
that off,
that's a
but
good
maybe
point.
less painful ways.
that's
Yeah.
true.
But if you have any of those materials you want cleaned or checked out
Yep.
or refinished,
Yeah.
you're the guy.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
Alex, are you comfortable sharing your number? We're going to drop it below, and make sure you like, subscribe, go check out his
Or your
website.
website.
What is your phone number? What is your website? So people who aren't reading below or maybe don't know how to get there, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah, 605-610-8878 is my work number. And I'll be the only thing that pops up if you Google laser cleaning in Sioux Falls.
Love that.
Love it.
AdvancedLaserRestoration.com.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Alex. We appreciate
Thanks,
having
Alex.
you on the
Thank
show.
you.
Oh, do I get a bump too?
You
at
do.
the end? All right. This episode of Spotlight Sioux Falls is sponsored by Magnetic. We help businesses grow through content that stands out and software that scales your conversations. Not sure how to build your pipeline? You can find us at magnetic.services. Magnetic.services. Your pipeline will thank you.
Thanks for listening to Spotlight Sioux Falls.
These are the stories and the businesses that shape our city. If you heard something today that made you smile, made you think, or maybe reminded you of someone you know in your neighborhood, please share it.
That's how we support local. That's how we grow. And if you know a business owner we should feature, or you want to tell your story, reach out.
Until next time, we're Steve and Melissa, and this is Spotlight Sioux Falls, where local stories get the stage they deserve. Running a business means we all wear a lot of hats, but sometimes you need extra hands, sometimes some specialized talent to keep projects moving.
That's where our friends at Solvo Global come in. Whether you need offshore or nearshore resources or long-term project support, Solvo connects you with the right people to scale your business.
They make it simple. You get trusted talent without the overhead, so you can focus on growth instead of scrambling for help.
Check out the link in our show notes below to learn more about how Solvo Global can support your next big move.